Day 2 of the 2025 Australian Open about to get underway at the Broadbeach Bowls Club. The sun is shining, there is not a cloud in the sky, and it's Kyle Hansen up against David Munt to start things off. Kyle, a right-at-home emerging jackaroo, and David Munt from Robina, formerly bowled out of Broadbeach from South Australia, lived in New South Wales, and he's been up here for about 5-6 years now. So looking forward to this contest. Val Febo here with you, and alongside me, as he was yesterday, the one and only Troy Corber.
Good morning, Val. Good morning, viewers. Looking forward to this. We had our 400-odd men yesterday kick things off, and we've got another cavalcade of players coming through today for their first run in the tournament, and looking forward to a great day of action.
It's going to be absolutely brilliant. We had 121 sections completed yesterday. Not too many upsets. I think the biggest one was probably Flynn O'Shaughnessy, last year's pairs finalist. He was eliminated from his section, but other than that, that was only by one shot. But other than that, the big names got through. Aaron Sheriff's 1,444-day streak as a singles winner still continues to its 1,445th, so he's through to the knockout stages once more. Lee Schreiner, very, very good player and one of the best singles players in the country. He's made his way through. He's a danger man. Ben Twist, Nathan Black, Joseph Clark, a lot of jackaroos getting through. So this is going to be a very big day for a lot of players.
Absolutely. And I think that sectional play can be, it's one of the hardest things to get through. You've got to get through 3 games, especially singles. You've got to be switched on all day. So for these players today, it's one step at a time, one bowl at a time. Chalk the wins up and hopefully progress and see where your draw lands from there. Certainly going to be some good players once we start getting to some post-sectional and finals play. It's going to be some rippers.
Yep, it's going to be a fantastic day. Great to have your company wherever you are watching from, right here on Bowls Australia's YouTube channel. Great to see everybody, and it's going to be a brilliant day of action. Here we've got 3 matches for you. First off, this one here between David Munt and Kyle Hansen. So David from Robina, Kyle from Tarrant Point in New South Wales. A very handy club, got a lot of good players. Ray Pearce bowls there. He got through yesterday as well, the 2019 pairs champion at the AO and 2024 fours champion. It was a great fours final last year. Was very lucky to be able to commentate that, and there were not many multiples scored. I think there were 3 all up in the end. So an amazing final, and hopefully when the whips get cracking, we can have something similar again.
Yeah, undoubtedly. It's the only thing I'm having a run in this year, the fours. So looking forward to that action next week.
So what you're saying is that I will be commentating you in the final.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'm going to hold you to that, Troy.
I think it's one of the great things of the Australian Open, right? Everyone's reason for entering can be different. And people are here for the experience, to catch up with mates they haven't seen for a long time. I'm playing with a couple of guys I haven't seen for 18 years that I used to bowl with in Tassie. And get to play with a bit of an idol of mine, Chris McKibben, one of the best that Tasmania's produced.
Love it.
I've copped so many beltings from him over the years, and I'm so happy that I actually get to play a game with him rather than against him.
Are you skipping or is he skipping?
I'm actually skipping. So
right, well,
armchair ride from Monster in the 3rd spot is what I'm hoping for.
What you do, if he lets you down, then you can give him a ribbing as well. And of course, this time of year, look, I'm an avid shopper. I don't know about you, but end of financial year sale, EFS. This is almost like Christmas to me, and Rookie Rollers has got that as well. You can get a pack right there on your screen, shop.bowls.com.au, $425.25. It's an interesting number there, but look at the pack you get. You get all those bowls, you get everything there. You get the foam mat. Should get one of those for the office, I reckon. Try and have a crack with some of the foam bowls, but teaches juniors about the game. And speaking of juniors, Troy Kyle Hansen has been bowling for 17 years. He's only 26 years of age, and it just shows that this is a sport for everybody, and juniors getting involved in the sport is so important to try and blood that next generation of jackaroos.
Well, all the bowlers know, you hear a lot around the greens, I wish I'd have taken this up a long time ago. And you hear it a lot, and Kyle's no exception. He just got pulled off the sidelines by his pop. They were short for pennant one day, and he said, yeah, I'll have a crack, and fell in love with the game. Been playing ever since, and lovely, quietly spoken young man. and doing great things in the world of bowls in the emerging Jackaroo squad, of course, and has repped Australia in Hong Kong recently. And so, and of course, our Mega Bowl winner as well.
Yes, so culminated in Kyle winning the Mega Bowl the other night, which was a cool $1,280 cash.
Buy a few Shirley Temples with that.
Yeah,
Val.
not bad at all. Or buy me the new Nintendo Switch. I'm desperate to get it, but the $750 price tag is fairly hefty, so have to try and save up for that one. But the horn has gone, and it's going to be David Munt to get us off and running. He's using XGs, the blue and white bowls, and then the yellow. And would you say that's green, or would you say that that's black?
No, that's a green. Yep.
Green, so the Australian-style colours for Kyle Hansen. They are the Aero Optimas.
Our good friend Mitchy Mears, again, marking for us today. Legend at it, one of the best going around.
He loves volunteering. It's so good then seeing, another young person who's only 19 years of age doing this sort of stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. So, Kyle Hansen will be really looking to make a big indent into this Australian Open. This is when he's, you're 26 years old, you're in the emerging Jackaroo squad. This is the event that you want to shine at, to show the national selectors that things are really ticking in your career.
Absolutely. Gets a nice sit there and starts off with a goodie.
Playing in the east-west direction today, so bowling towards the beach and towards, we'll call the western end, the Mount Tambourine end. Because I don't really, or the highway end, surf parade end.
So with this good weather we're having, we've already noticed the difference between yesterday morning's play and this morning. It's definitely running a little quicker start of the day, and we've got good sunshine, and we're going to have it all day, so the green's going to bake a bit today.
Well, you can see here the sun has been on this part of the green where we're bowling ring 28 for the majority of the morning, which means that's going to quicken up before, say, what ring 22 is, because that's still pretty much covered in shadows.
Absolutely.
David Munt, an Uber driver. He's had over 15,000 trips, 6 years, 5 stars. His rating. What's your Uber rating?
Oh, I'm a 5-starer.
So am I.
Yep.
I'm very proud of that.
Yep. Need a badge for it.
Because you speak to people and they've got like a 4.93 and you're like, oh, what happened?
Who marked me down? Hunt them down. Talking of hunting, Cole will be wanting to get right on this jack here and nail it. Slightly high, but it's trying to come back.
So it was a little bit of an early start this morning. They've gone about 4 minutes early. Luckily, we were ready. We're always ready here at Ringside Live.
Tracking nicely, just needs it to stop.
Might have just tickled too far, but the red paddle indicating one for Kyle Hansen, so an opportunity for him to get a second here. And all he has to do, I reckon, would be to sit that bowl.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to flirt with that jack.
No.
He'll take good grass. He's got a good 3 feet of room there, and you'd expect a player of his ability, he should be able to add to this and kickstart his game with a multiple. Definitely made the correction on the line.
How's his weight? This is looking okay. Just needs to hurry a little bit. Not sure that it has. The line was nearly spot on. So it looks like it might be a 1 to Kyle Hansen to start things off. It certainly is. So working as a greenkeeper at the Clovelly Bowling Club. So Tarrant Point loan out a lot of their greenkeepers. So he works for Tarrant Point, but they loan out a lot of greenkeepers to help out other clubs, which is a fantastic initiative. And I think it's good that the big clubs understand that, yes, they're successful, but they still have to help out a lot of smaller clubs to ensure that they prosper and ensure that the area prospers with the sport.
Yeah, strong bowls clubs is good for everyone. And we've seen with Robina that David represents, that's now under the management of Club Helensvale. And they've already put a lot of time and effort and money into making some changes there and some operational changes, and they're seeing the benefits of it. And that is a howler from Kyle.
Well,
Good
he's
lead up.
lengthened it up, hasn't he? There was a much shorter end before from David Munt, so this is where Kyle's going to try and flex his muscle. We'll get a scoreboard up for you very shortly.
Players have chosen different sides of the rink here, coming back towards the clubhouse. Nice smooth delivery of Kyle, as you'd expect from someone of his ability. Gets it away very nicely. Yeah, he should get pretty close here. It's not too bad. It's about 18 inches short of Jack. So David will want to make sure he's to the Jack or past it now after dropping short with the first one. Needs to make sure he gets to that head.
Not sure he's going to. It's a little close up. Still two to the New South Welshman, the 26-year-old. Had his first taste of international bowls last year, representing Australia at the Hong Kong International Classic Pairs. It's a great event from all I hear, and all the people that went over had a great time. He's definitely got his weight right here.
He's on the trot after this.
He likes it,
Yep.
and that's nestled it away. He's got one in front, one behind, so he's holding three at the moment. David Munt just cannot afford to be short.
It's going to force him to change his hand as well. Move on to his forehand. Has a nice guide out on the wing though. He's got some chances here. Just needs to make sure he reaches.
He's going to cut under. So all to do with his last. Kyle Hansen knows exactly what he has to do.
Yeah, he'll be hunting that Jack. Move it 18 inches, tuck it in behind the head at the front, make it even tougher for David.
And a big four would be exactly what he's after early on, just to get a nice little foothold. Of course, margin is everything in sectionals. Saw people missing out by one shot yesterday. As heartbreaking as it gets. Such forward momentum when he bowls as well.
Slightly on a high line, but it should be enough to count, and it is.
So holding a full count, David Munt has got it all to do with his last. He hasn't been able to reach. He's given this a lot, but has he given it too much?
It's tracking okay.
It's tracking very nicely. David Munt, what have you got?
Oh, great
Has
effort.
he saved it? It's close.
He's at least one down, I would say.
Think one to Kyle, looking at the head from where we're sitting and at the camera. Could be two. No, just the one. That's an excellent save from David Munt. He was under all sorts of pressure, the Queenslander.
Well, we spoke yesterday, Val, the importance of that first bowl, even the first two. And, so David had dropped those first two short, and against players of Kyle's ability, that's going to put you under enormous pressure. So he's got to concentrate hard on this first bowl. And, again, Kyle's stretching this right out. You find with these top-line players, it is a go-to, the ditch-to-ditch, particularly if they're playing against players that are maybe not as accomplished as themselves. Normal club bowler sometimes struggles on a T-to-T length, so good advice for your average bowler that might be entering the Australian Open, if you draw one of the top line players, you are likely to be playing tee to tee. So practice it.
That's great advice, because how much do we see all of these players that are in the high performance squad or have been utilise this? And I think in the women's game, Kelsey Cottrell and Chloe Stewart, they nail it every time. Lindsay Clark is another very good exponent. And on the men's side, we spoke yesterday in great length about Lee Schreiner.
Corrected his line beautifully there, Kyle. That's perfect bowl. No target. David looks to be having a little run at this.
It's coming.
He's close.
And he's just snuck his way through. So again, the pressure coming from Kyle Hansen, and you feel as though the damn wall is there. But will David Munt be able to keep it up?
This will be another one in the count. David's problem here is flirting with his own bowl, which is short. The last thing he wants to do is to wreck into that and miss the head. He has cleared it though. Oh, just held on him. That's a pretty fair effort there. Still finds himself 3 down though.
So another opportunity for Kyle Hansen to make it a 4 and make David Munt do everything with his last. On our streaming rink yesterday, it was a tale of Jekyll and Hyde, really. We had 2 21-1s and a 21-20, so it was all very different. I think Kyle has seen there what David Munt has tried to do and trying to attack the jack, and he's put one back, so that's a really good home to be in.
He's taken the spot.
Yep. So
it's forcing David to just try and draw close on his backhand.
Tell you what, he's not far away, David Munt. And he might have just, what's he done? He squirted the jack and he saved it again. So from 4 down in the last end and 3 down in this end, he's cut them all down to 1.
Yeah, a couple of big blast bowls from David.
And very early, I know, but how telling will that be?
He has made a final of the New South Wales indoors. And on the way to making that final, defeated Corey Wedlock in the semis a few years back.
He did. He was saying, I don't mean to name drop, and look, it was before he was in the Jackaroo squad, but you still beat Corey Wedlock.
I'd still be telling people about it.
100%.
I fluked a 4s win against Mark Casey once, and it's the only time I ever skipped against him. So I just say, well, I'm a 100% record against Mark Casey. So.
Exactly. G'day to Mark if you're watching. Troy's got you covered.
Geez, he could play the hammer. Still can.
Yep.
Doing a great job down at Deer Park too. This is better from David. He's at least got that first bowl up.
And that can, if you can get your first bowl with the right weight or get it past the jack, at least it gives you something to play to, and at least it gives you something to go back on and say, okay, this is what I did before, just need to repeat that.
Well, it gives you options later in the end. If you need to and you need to play weight, there's nothing worse than not having a single bowl past the head. Makes it difficult then to make that decision to play with the weight. So That shouldn't worry him. He should be outside that bowl. And he's going to stay on his backhand.
Good morning to everyone, wherever you're watching from.